at Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
On moving from this Raiders offense, Robbie Rudisil steps into that passing lane. Fast break layup attempt, 2 feet, is good.
Great steal by Rudisil there. Way to get in front of the pass and go up for 2.
Yep, the sophomore forward gives the Clockers an early 2-0 lead. Raiders get ahead of half court. Robbie Rudisil, the junior, my mistake. Shot attempt by the Raiders, and they answer right back. Jonathan Windle with the response.
Good ball movement there by the Raiders, getting the open shot and putting up the 3.
Trying to find Robbie Rudisil on the wing. Pump fake, mid-range J is gonna fall. Front rim and in for Rudisil.
Sweet move there on the free throw line. Great move by Rudisil.
Melchionda trying to dribble through 3 Ashland defenders, does so successfully. Pass into the paint, intercepted by Devin O'Brien. Espino trying to push tempo. Robinson thought he was the last to touch it, keeps it in bounds, gets it to Feenstra. O'Brien wide open top of the key. No good, back rimmed and out. Robinson fights for the rebound, no good. And finally the Clockers come away with the loose ball. Immediately back to Robinson, he hasn't stopped moving during this play, drives baseline, layup is no good. Rebound for Feenstra. Looks like they're gonna say he stepped out of bounds.
Really like the adversity there by the Clockers. A lot of offensive rebounds, keeping the play alive, and it was a great possession right there. Just stepping out of bounds on the baseline, but that is okay. We'll see what's here to come.
Yeah, definitely a little frenetic, but a lot of things you like to see there. Like you said, fighting for those offensive rebounds, that's something that's gonna do well for them down the stretch. Fang finds a teammate into the paint, open layup is good. Gavin Lynch, wide open shot at the cup there. Ashland immediately on the offensive end. Rudisil finds Feenstra. Espino looks for somewhere to go. Driving to his left, left-handed layup. We saw him make one of those last night. That one's gonna be no good. They're gonna say off a Raiders player and out of bounds, so Ashland will hold on to possession. O'Brien trying to inbound, will get it to Espino. Robinson moves along the wing, drives into the paint, left-handed lay is good. Floater from the lefty 2 guard.
Sweet move there into the middle by Robinson.
Yeah, we saw him start last night's game and get a lot of action in the first half. Wasn't sure why he didn't get any playing time in the second. Turns out he had a small injury, but looks to be more than okay after that play. 2-on-1 here. Robinson takes it himself. No good, but they're gonna call a blocking foul. Robinson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Great confidence, great take there by Robinson.
Yep, Melchiano, one of the senior captains on this team, tried to draw the charge, but did not set his feet in time. First free throw goes for Robinson. Second free throw will miss everything. Keep the Clocker lead at 2. 7-5 is your score with 5:04 to go in the first quarter.
Definitely don't see that too often from Robinson.
Little mental lapse there for sure.
Maybe it was the injury.
That's a good call. Looking plenty fast on the fast break there. Gonna go out of bounds off of Melchionda and stay Ashland ball.
Good hustle there, stopping the fast break. Good press right there by the Clockers, and they're able to get possession back.
Quickly into Feenstra. Rudisil, no hesitation. Quick release, back, rim, and out. Melchionda fighting for the rebound. Espino comes away with it. Robinson into the paint, mid-range J. It's good, through the contest. DS coach has seen enough, and we've got our first time out of the night. Clockers lead 9-5 with 4:34 to go in the first quarter. What are you seeing so far, Andrew?
I'm really liking the pressure that the Clockers are showing on the press right now. They're really not allowing DS to get too many possessions, and keeping the pressure on, and they're getting buckets, and that's the reason they're up right now.
Yeah, active hands are always such a major part of these games. Clockers maybe not the tallest team, but they have a lot of players on this team, and I said this last night, with a lot of length, and that's why you can see them getting into passing lanes, coming away with steals, and running those fast breaks.
Definitely. Rudisill, he's already got a few steals right now. I've noticed him stopping a few of the breaks, and Robinson's staying aggressive on the offensive end. He's got a few baskets here right now, and the Clockers are looking to keep the pressure up. They're playing very well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. DS running an all-senior starting 5. Clockers, 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Those 2 juniors, Devin O'Brien and Robbie Rudisill, 2 major impact players on this team.
Couldn't agree more, Chase.
Yeah, so we're back from the timeout. Another thing I've liked is the Clockers fighting for the offensive rebounds. One thing I've noticed in my years of calling these high school games is that those can be massive swing plays for a team to trying to get or keep momentum.
Definitely, just keeping possessions alive, getting the ball in the offensive end. That's definitely going to help you win games.
Yep, Josh Syatt sees the court for the first time as Devin O'Brien takes a seat for Ashland. Fang drives into the paint, open floater, no good. Syatt comes away with the board. Espino quickly up to Robinson. Into Feenstra, nice idea, just a little far. Gotta go back to Espino, floater off glass is good. So Clockers playing with excellent pace on that previous play, works out for him. Melchiona quickly over half court, has it poked away, and then shoves Feenstra using his momentum. Don't think that one was on purpose, but it'll be a foul nonetheless. That's the second one already on Melchiona, and he'll head to the bench.
Clockers keeping up this pressure on the defensive end, and they forced 2 turnovers in the past 2 possessions out of the timeout.
Yep, early foul trouble as well for this Raiders team. Already with 4 for the quarter, 1 more will put the Clockers in the bonus. Feenstra top the key. Russo thought about it. Into the paint. Nice feed to find Robinson, who goes off glass and good. 13-5 is your score now with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Great ball movement by the Clockers on the offensive end.
Fang on the wing. And it's knocked away by Espino. Clockers come away with another steal. Pushing in transition, Robinson, mid-range jumper. It's good, nothing but net. Clockers absolutely controlling pace of play so far here in Q1. Sullivan, first time we've called his name tonight. Wendell, mid-range J of his own, and that one's going to be good. Neither one of those shots touched the rim, Andrew.
No, DS is getting something going on the offensive end now. It's good to see. They went a few minutes there scoreless, so.
Love the competition.
We'll see if they can keep up this momentum.
Wendell showing that defensive prowess guarding Carlos Espino, who can be very quick and good with the handle. Rudisill deep behind the wing, into the paint now. And that's going to be knocked away by Fang. They're going to call a reach, however. Looks like they're going to say it was in the active shooting. Rudisill will go to the line to shoot 2. And they're in the bonus now. I was reading the wrong part of the scoreboard. They are not yet in the bonus. That is 3 fouls. Rudisill nails the first free throw. Jaden Borges getting his first action tonight, as well as Hugo Rossi as Tyler Robinson and Arian Feenstra take a seat. Rudisill goes 2 for 2 from the line, extends the Clocker lead to 10. Fang over half court. Splitting the defenders, that was number 21, Theo Allen. Everything but the bucket, however. Rudisill steps back, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound for the Raiders. Pushing the tempo, Wendell. Back to Fang. Little 2-man game. Wendell deep triple. Front rim's no good. Board for Rudisill and gets it up to Espino. Rossi out to Rudisill. Borges in the corner. They're going to call a travel on Robbie there. Immediately checks out for O'Brien. So now an almost all bench unit. You're not going to see Espino take a seat too much in these games, so this is about as close to an all bench unit as you'll see from Coach Norman. A lot of movement. Windle goes back. And a cutting. Grant Sullivan gets the Raiders the bucket.
Yeah, Dover-Sherborn making the offense move a little bit, and they get the open look there by the rim.
Espino working on Windle. That's been a challenge so far tonight. O'Brien to Espino. Sight in the corner now. Got to get rid of it. Finds Borges. Espino forces up a floater. Almost goes, but not quite. Rossi battling for the offensive board, but the Raiders come away with it. Sullivan pushing in transition. Open player in the corner. And draining the triple is Jonathan Windle. DS showing some signs of life, but the Clockers immediately taking advantage of the momentum. Sight, Euro step lay into the lane is good. Under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. 19-12 is your score. Clockers with the lead.
Sweet move into the lane there by Syatt.
Little zone defense. Left Melchiondo a little bit of space to work towards the rim there. He took it, fouled en route to the hoop. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, we're seeing Dover-Sherborn's knocking down a few shots now. 19-12 with 21.5 to go in the first quarter.
First free throw, no good for Melchiondo. Yeah, 7-point lead for the Clockers right now, but still in the first quarter. Still could be anybody's game. High scoring so far, though. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game turns out.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one down the stretch.
Melchiondo drains the second. Shot clock is turned off. Clockers have 21.5 seconds to try to score here. Heavy press from DS here. O'Brien's got to chuck it up to side. Clockers now have the numbers advantage. Borges goes right at a DS defender, and it is swatted away. Chris Kiesling showing that height advantage. 3 seconds to go now. Fang will take last shot. Nope, he gives it up. Deep triple off glass, no good. Harry Dummer taking the last shot for the Raiders there. And 19-13 is your score after one here at Ashland High School. Andrew, what are your thoughts right now?
I'm really liking this this pressure by the Clockers. Really keeping the tempo going right from the jump, and they got a 6-point lead to show for it, and it's very well deserved, I believe, so far.
Yeah, at times looking like they might be going a little too fast for themselves, but they've got the lead. It seems to be working out for them, and if it's working, then I say keep working it.
Definitely. Taking it to the rack. They're getting some good threes. They're getting some good looks, especially from Rudisil. Some of the threes, if they keep shooting them, they're going to start falling. So
yeah.
definitely.
Coach Norman has a pretty deep bench to choose from. He showcased a few of those weapons early on in the first quarter, but we did see a little bit of a drop off in the scoring once we didn't see that starting five out there. So we'll see how he adjusts. Still Evan Noel, one of the main guys to look for on that bench. So plenty of time left in this one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and especially Tyler Robinson really setting the tempo tonight in that first quarter. Coming off of an injury from last night, and he's really showing out through the first 8.
It doesn't seem to be affecting him so far. So Rossi, O'Brien, Robinson, Syatt, and Rudisil, your starting 5 for the Clockers. Out of the break. Corner 3 for Fang. No good. Syatt fights for the rebound and comes away with it. Clockers had numbers for a second there. Robinson trying to hold on to it. Finally gets it back to Syatt. O'Brien, foot on the line. So a long 2 is no good. Syatt collects the rebound. Robinson working on his defender. Trying to find a cutting Josh Syatt. Backdoor was a little too close to the side yard, I think, there. Pass a little too far, out of bounds, and the Raiders will take over.
A lot of pressure here from the Raiders to start off this second quarter.
Melchiondo finds a teammate. Windle on the wing. Over to Dummer in the corner. Fang back to Windle. Deep triple. rims out, and Rudisil with the rebound. Robinson working on Wendell, has a step, tries to find Rudisil, bounces off his face and away. Fang comes away with the steal. Getting it up to Wendell. Layup attempt against Rossi, no foul, no good, but it's scooped up by Kiesling and put back in. Clocker lead down to 4 with 6:32 to go in the second quarter. Poked away, and DS comes away with it. Malchianda pushing in transition, up to Wendell, wide open layup is gonna be good. 19-17 now, 6:25. Quick timeout for Coach Norman. DS came out of the break with all the momentum there, and they're only down 2 now.
Well, you see the Clockers, they're driving into the lane, and they're maybe making a few extra passes that are not too necessary. A couple turnovers in the paint, and it's causing DS to get a few fast breaks and really push some momentum and get some easy baskets.
Yeah, something I've noticed this year with Ashland is that they much prefer taking threes over scoring at the rim, and I think that's something that Coach Norman has talked to them about, and maybe they're overdoing it a little bit. So they just want to find that happy medium right now between, you know, trying to score at the rim too much and not trying to score there enough, if that makes sense.
I agree, and we noticed in the first quarter too, they definitely got the majority of their points inside the three-point arc instead of outside. So I wonder what the Clockers are going to do here in the next 6:25 heading into the half to try and turn this first about minute and a half around as DS has gained a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, not the tallest team, but a lot of scoring versatility on this Clockers in this Clockers lineup. All of them can shoot, so I say don't be afraid to hoist up a few threes. Well, Clockers will have possession on the timeout with O'Brien inbounding to Espino. Starting 5 back out there for Ashland. DS a quick press out of the break. O'Brien up to Feenstra. Feenstra was not wearing the headband at the start of the game. I guess he's decided to go back to it. It's become kind of his staple this year. Rudisil into the paint, gets it knocked away. It's going to be off his knees, out of bounds, and the Raiders will take over.
And another turnover by the Clockers in the paint, and Rudisil just couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah, interesting how their pace of play looks so different when they're behind versus when they're up. Or I guess when they're playing better versus when they're playing worse. They just look frantic right now. They're playing at the same speed as they were before, but they just look less controlled. Kiesling into the paint, gets hit by O'Brien on the way up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Strong move in the middle there by Kiesling to draw the foul. Good take.
Seemed like a good foul by O'Brien there. Make him earn it at the line.
Definitely. We'll see if Kiesling can knock these 2 down right here.
Front rim and in for Kiesling. As O'Brien checks out for the Clockers and Dummer checks out for the Raiders. Rossi in for Ashland and Lynch in for Dover-Sherborn. Kiesling goes 2 of 2 from the line, and this game is tied at 19. Kiesling hit both of those free throws and promptly checked out. Espino will work on Malchianda. Trying to do it himself. Malchianda called for a reach there.
Espino looking very shifty on the break, doing a lot of it himself.
Yep, always got the quick handles, but he's having some trouble with some of those lengthier guards on this DS team. So that puts Malchianda with 3 fouls already, just with 5:25 to go in the first half. So definitely something to look out for. One of the senior captain guards on this team. Feenstra got his defender in the air. Robinson quick trigger, back rim, no good. Lynch fights for the rebound and secures it for the Raiders. Fang now tries to find a teammate. Cherney was leaking backdoor, they couldn't find him. Now they get it to him in the corner. Now an almost entirely bench unit for the Raiders. Fang the only starter out there. Trying to cross into the lane, he trips on Robinson's feet. Rossi fighting for the loose ball, and a jump is called. That's possession is going to favor the Clockers.
That's going to be a mop for Rossi. Great hustle there down on the floor.
Yeah, such an energetic player. Great energy coming off the bench. He's definitely a fun player to watch. Into Rudisil working on Fang. Spins, he's going to cross half court all by himself. Nope, ran into a DS player. They're going to call Rudisil for the foul. His second so far.
Interesting call there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I completely agreed with that one, but they're closer to the action than we are.
Exactly. Well, what are we to say?
Wendell picked up his dribble. To Fang, back to Wendell. Cherney leaks behind the Ashland defense and gives DS their first lead of the night. 21-19 in favor of the Raiders right now with 4:15 to go in the first half. In the Rudisil, he's got Feenstra open and he's able to find him. Clockers are over half court. Feenstra to Robinson in the corner. Quick release on the triple and it's good. Ashland with the quick response on the corner three from Tyler Robinson.
Great fast break there. Great pass by Rudisil, and that's a steal.
Catches DS napping.
Rudisil.
He's going to go up for the dunk. We'll call that a rim grazer. 24-21. Clockers quickly retake the advantage.
We'll count it, yeah. Rudisil getting up there.
We saw him dunk in celebration after their win last night. I've been waiting to see him do it in game. Corner triple of their own for DS. Gavin Lynch responds for the Raiders. Clockers a little discombobulated, not sure who's going to inbound the ball, but no press for DS right now. We're knotted at 24 with under 3.5 to go in the first half. Feenstra on the wing. Espino now. That's Sullivan in his face. That's knocked away out of bounds. Wendell, the last one to touch it. O'Brien checks in for Rossi. Your starting five back out there for the Clockers. They should be for the remainder of this first half. Going to call Espino for a push-off there.
Well, offensive foul. Another interesting call, but
this one was right in front of us, so I think we can speak our minds on this.
Definitely, definitely.
Foul enough to cause a turnover. DS will retake possession. Espino effectively covered two men there.
Clockers look like they're running the 2-3 zone right now.
Yep, it's become a staple of this Normand era. Cherney found his way behind that Ashland defense. Pass was too far, going to be out of bounds off of number 22 on the Raiders. And the Clockers will retake possession now.
The zone doing wonders.
Yeah, can be susceptible to three-point shooting, but so far the Raiders haven't proved that they can do that all too well. Not that they haven't hit a high percentage, they just haven't shot a whole lot. Rudisil tried to find a cutting Devin O'Brien. Ball bouncing around and Fang comes away with it for the Raiders. Pushing in transition, 2-on-1. Wendell, right-handed layup, no good. Cherney secures, they're going to call Robinson for the foul there. Not a ton of contact, but enough to warrant the whistle.
Strong break there by the Raiders. Wendell just couldn't get up and finish it, up and under, but the Raiders will pass it in under the hoop here.
Yeah, strong hustle by Espino to prevent that basket and preserve the tie. Sullivan to Fang. In the corner. Corner three is going to be rim out, no good. That was Saber on the attempt. Jaden Borges for the Clockers. A three-point try of his own, misses everything. O'Brien secures the loose ball. Back out to Feenstra. Back to Borges. And that one's going to be knocked away. Fang the steal. And Raiders move back into offensive mode. Sullivan Kiesling in the corner. Drives baseline. Nice pass into the middle to find a cutting teammate for the basket. And DS retakes the lead. Cherney with the layup off glass there. Rudisil hits the deck. Espino forced to foul to prevent the fast break.
A little hiccup there on offense by Rudisil. A lot of fans wanted a travel call, but they got the turnover anyways.
been hearing those calls all game. Well, that will put the Clockers in the bonus.
The Raiders in the bonus, Chase.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So Sullivan goes to the line to shoot, I believe, 1 and 1. Is that the rule in high school?
I think so.
Nope, he's shooting 2.
Well, they changed up the rules this year, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's now 5 fouls. They reset after every quarter, and it's an automatic 2 shots.
Okay. Not sure I agree. I kind of like the 1 and 1 rule.
Yeah, I did too. They kept them for the half. But hey, it is what it is.
I was wondering why I hadn't called any games where teams had gone into the bonus.
Exactly.
Only my 3rd basketball game of the year, but still. First time I'm seeing it. Rudisill top of the key. Over to O'Brien on the wing. 2-man game. Feenstra facilitating to Borges. Espino, quick release. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound secured by DS. That was Saber with the board for the Raiders there. Fang trying to cut between Ashland defenders. Finds a teammate. Mishap almost got an Arian Feenstra steal. Wendell, 3-point drive, his own, no good. Kiesling somehow gets the rebound over Robbie Rudisill. Fang a triple. Back rim, no good again. Finally, the Clockers get a rebound. Rudisill, fast break, layup off glass and good. We're tied back at 26. We're under 40 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see if DS holds for last shot here.
3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Defense chance coming from the Clocker bench. 20 to go now.
Just passing it around the perimeter right now. Wendell to Saber. Rudisill almost got in the way of that pass.
Raiders trying to find an open lane.
Feenstra, good work to force the jump ball. 8 seconds on the game clock, 5 on the shot clock. Possession still favors the Raiders. I don't believe the shot clock does not reset.
It does not, no.
It's like Braden Pelletier checking in for his first, I should say not minutes, but seconds. So we've got 8 to go in the first half. Robbie Rudisill hits the bench.
Gonna get a good defensive presence here from Pelletier.
Raiders gotta hurry. Wendell forces up a shot over triple coverage, no good. Clockers unable to get a last second shot off, so 26-26 is your score after 1 half of basketball. What are your final thoughts heading into the break, Andrew?
Really energetic first half by both teams, very entertaining. I'm liking the speed and the effort by both squads, and I think we're in for a very, very exciting second half.
Yeah, we were hoping to be able to send you guys over to the girls' game to check in on that. It doesn't look like that's going to be possible, so I apologize for that. As it stands, we will see you in a little bit after we are back from halftime.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
All right, we're back from the half here at Ashland High School. Score knotted at 26. Clockers look to be dominating after the first, I'd say, 6-7 minutes, but DS came roaring right back, tied us up right before the halftime break, and that's where the score stands now as we open the second half, Andrew.
Yeah, we're getting right back into it. The Clockers really showing out in the first half, and we're knotted up at 26. Rudisill back up to Espino at the key, and he gives it back to Rudisill, who's got it at the key, driving into the lane. Out to Robinson. He's going to put up the 3, and it's going to be a little off.
Off to the right, no good. Feenstra hits the deck, gets up, looks like he's okay. Quick
and
passing from DS.
Great movement, and that is going to be Theo Allen with the layup on the fast break. Espino now looking for some help, and he's going to use his moves, trying to get by, and Espino's going to get over half. Takes the 10 seconds. Over to Rudisill now. At the key, over to O'Brien. Espino in the corner, fakes the shot, going baseline, puts up the 2, and it's no good. That's a rebound by Allen of the Raiders. And now Fang will take the ball down. Corner 3 is off by Lynch. Feenstra taking the ball down now on the fast break. Lose the handle a little bit, over to Espino on the wing, up to Rudisill. He's going to put up the deep 3, and it's good. Big shot by Rudisil. Clockers take a 29-28 lead.
Yeah, gets the roll. Big response from Rudisil and the Clockers there.
Melchionda now over and back to Melchionda in the corner. He's going to put up a 3 of his own, and he's going to knock it down. Dover-Sherborn takes the lead right back, 31-29.
Always love the back and forth scoring. Both teams trading buckets so far.
O'Brien over to Rudisil now. He's going to drive baseline over to Feenstra. He's going to put up the 3. No good. And that's going to be a foul. Can't tell who that's on.
We'll put it on the scoreboard in a second. It's going to be against DS. Foul. They were fouling Tyler Robinson. Called on Theo Allen, his first.
Great offensive rebound there by Robinson. And an unexpected 3 from Feenstra. You don't see him shoot him too often.
I think we can call that one a pass.
And he's going to draw the foul. Hard hit over there.
Yeah, Melchionda's definitely made him earn that one. Real. Feenstra go to the line to shoot 2.
Feenstra preparing himself for the first shot now. And it's going to rim out. 0 for 1 from the line. See if he can convert on the second. Knocks it down, and it's going to cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, 1 for 2.
31-30.
Feenstra not always a huge contributor in the scoring column for this Ashland team, but he does many, many other things well.
See a block there by O'Brien. Feenstra's going to take it to the hoop, and he's going to draw another foul. Head back to the line.
Yeah, I think he heard me. Feenstra did hit some pretty massive layups down the stretch in last night's contest to practically ice the game for the Clockers. We see him, after not really attacking the rim at all in the first half, he's going to the line to shoot his 3rd and 4th in the last 5 seconds.
Exactly, and we'll see if he can knock him down here. First shot's going to front rim off.
Yeah, he likes the second shot better anyway.
Exactly. Well, we've noticed that here. And that's going to be number 10, Josh Syed, checking back in for number 11, Devin O'Brien. Feenstra's second shot is no good. And the score remains 31-30 Dover-Sherborn as Melchionda rebounds it and takes it up to the key himself. Over to Lynch. Lynch back to Melchionda. He's going to drive to the hoop, up with the left, and he's got it for 2. 33-30 DS.
Through the side contest with the left hand.
And Rudisil a deep 3. It's not going to go.
Well, he's feeling it, but not able to knock that one down.
Up to Fang now. Fang, he's going to look up to Melchionda. Another drive, another take with the left and 1.
Oh. Melchionda showing that scoring versatility. Couple finishes at the rim, both through the contact. This one plus the foul, looking to give the Raiders their biggest lead of the night, 6 points.
He's using the left, unlike Jaylen Brown on the Boston Celtics. Tough take there by Melchionda, though.
Won't disagree with your analysis there.
I think he would beg to differ now. Syed's going to check back out. And O'Brien will check right back into the game after about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Coach Norman very quick with his subs in this one.
Melchionda preparing himself for the free throw. Dover-Sherborn up 35-30 with 5:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Melchionda's free throw is good.
Yeah, that Raider lead up to 6. Like I said, their biggest of the night. We're under 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Feenstra now on the fast break. He's going to take it himself. Over to O'Brien and back to Rudisil.
Clocker's got to space out a little bit more. Stay moving on offense.
Feenstra now in the corner, back up to Rudisil. Tough take. The cutting Feenstra, it's going to be a turnover for the Clockers.
Yep, DS's numbers.
And up, and that is Wendell. He's going to miss the layup. Back up with the offensive rebound. It's good by Kiesling.
Yeah, Kiesling's been a threat on the offensive glass all night. No different there. That DS lead is up to 8. Clockers looking a little skittish out there. Coach Norman sees it. He's going to call a timeout. So a very quick 12-4 run out of the gate by DS. We've got 4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And a little tough break there by the Clockers. Really seeing Dover-Sherborn and what they can do right now. Drive into the hoop. Some good takes by Melchionda and Kiesling. And sorry about that. And the Clockers going to have to turn around a little bit here, prevent the turnovers, and they're going to have to start knocking down some shots as well.
Yeah, Clockers seem to be playing with all the pace in that first half, and it's flipped so far in the second. DS seems to have all the momentum on their side right now. And they outscored the Clockers by 8 to come out of the break. We'll see how the Clockers can readjust. Gotta just start knocking down shots. They're not really getting great opportunities right now.
Exactly. They've only attempted a couple threes this half. One of them rimmed in by Rudisil, and that's about it.
The other one rimmed out by Rudisil.
Yeah, exactly. And Feenstra's 1 for 4 from the line right now, and they're gonna have to get a few more takes right now. And we'll see what the Clockers get out of the timeout. We'll see what Normant drew up.
Absolutely. It was 31-30 at one point with Feenstra at the line to shoot 2. Clockers had a chance to take the lead. He missed both. DS ended up going on a 7-0 run, and it is 38-30 now.
And Espino now, Clockers head back into the corner. Jaden Borges is now checking into the game. Espino, big 3, and it's going to rim out.
Just unlucky there. Good shot selection from Espino.
And that, and a big block by Feenstra. And they're going to get the offensive rebound. That's Wendell taking it in for 2. The DS lead is now up to 10, and a Hail Mary pass caught by Rudisil in the corner. Big pass. Feenstra back to Espino up top. O'Brien a deep 3. Short. No good. It's going to front rim out.
Murciano still seems like he's feeling it. Feenstra gave him a bit of a heat check. He's going to take it all the way again, and that one misses everything. That's going to be a self-heat check this time. Well, I don't think he's going to try that a 3rd time.
Down to Borges now in the corner. Espino on the wing. Big take, and it's going to rim out again. Clockers, looks like there's a lid on the rim right now. They can't get anything to fall.
Yeah, good call. I like the little Euro step by Espino, but it was everything except the bucket. Got the spin, but just front rim, no good.
Exactly. Fang with the ball up top now. Over to Melchionda. He's got the hot hand into the corner. Melchionda, that's to Wendell a 3, and he's got it.
Sucking the life out of this Ashland crowd as he gives DS a 13-point lead. It is 43-30. Ashland looking slow out there right now.
And Espino now back up with the ball at the key, over to the wing to Rudisil. He puts a little spin move, a little shake and bake on the defender, and it's going to rim out again. Everything but the basket for the Clockers.
It's another great shot selection. Great one-man play by Rudisil. He just couldn't get the 3 to fall. Clockers have numbers here.
Rudisil running the fast break, and that's a block by Allen.
Chase down to get him from behind.
That's Melchionda again. And back up to Fang at the key. He's going to put up the free throw jumper, and it's not going to go.
Good fight by Feenstra to get Clockers their own defensive rebound.
And Espino is going to lose the handle, get it back, and he's going to lay it up and in.
Hey, we'll take it. Wasn't the prettiest play, but Espino gets the Clockers back in the scoring column for the first time in 4 minutes.
And Melchionda is now going to take the ball back down. Clockers showing a little bit of a press. Melchionda with the ball at the key. He's going to give it to the corner. That's Allen for 3. It's going to rim out.
Kiesling another offensive board.
And back to Kiesling, and the layup's no good.
Well, Clockers lucky to get away with that one, and Fang secures that one.
And that's going to be a foul on O'Brien.
Honestly, it might have just been a frustration foul by O'Brien there. Back-to-back offensive rebounds on the same possession for this Raiders team. Clockers going to need to box out. The very strategy that was working so well for them in the first half is starting to work against them.
Yeah, that's going to leave Fang at the line. He's going to shoot, too. First one will rim out, and we've got a few substitutions now here. That's Rossi, Syed, and Robinson checking in for the Clockers. And Espino is first time out today, and Borges also checking out. And
I'm really surprised by that substitution.
Feenstra as well.
Really surprised. I haven't seen Carlos hit the bench in the 2.5 games that I've called this year, and there's reason for that. He's your captain, he's your leader, and you're down by 12 right now. I feel like you'd want Espino on the floor as much as possible.
And Sullivan checking in for the Raiders there, for the shooter Charles Fang. Rudisil now on the wing. He's gonna take it, and he's gonna draw a foul on the drive.
Ashland will definitely take that. DS up to 4 fouls in the quarter.
And looks like a side inbound pass here, and O'Brien's going to take it for the Clockers. Kicks it to Syed, back to O'Brien. Up to the key to Rudisil. Rudisil, little hop step, puts it up, and it's good.
Mid-range jumper. DS lead down to 10, 44-34. Quick passing there.
And a big bucket by Saber.
Yeah, just a beautiful play run by DS.
Syatt going to take the ball down over to Rossi. He's going to drive from the corner, kicks it out. Syatt, little jump, up fake, and the block. The block by Saber.
Another emphatic rejection from
And
DS.
lays it up, and the layup is no good.
Clockers got away with one there, too. DS just seems to have all the offensive momentum.
Rudisill at the key, gives it to O'Brien, into the middle. Syatt with the mid-range, and it's off. Dover-Sherborn now leading the break, and a big layup by Kiesling.
Might have been through some contact by O'Brien as well.
Yeah.
We're under a minute to go.
Rudisill now. He's got it, drives into the lane, and a block, and they're going to call the foul on Kiesling, sending Rudisill to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that lead is ballooned to 14 for the Raiders.
We'll
They've
see.
scored 22 in this quarter to Ashland's 8.
We'll see if Rudisill can take a little bit out of the wound here. Take a little bit of salt out of the wound for the Clockers. Rudisill's going to knock down the first. 48.1 to go. 48-35. Dover-Sherborn Raiders lead the Ashland Clockers.
Yeah, first time announcing, you're noticing that you're saying the same number twice. It feels a little weird, right?
It does, yeah. 48 seconds, and Dover-Sherborn has 48 points. It caught me by surprise for a second there. I'm not gonna lie.
It's even stuff. I've struggled saying Windle triple.
Of course, the Windle triple.
Yeah, he's hit a few of them though, so you gotta get used to it.
Of course, and now Fang's gonna take the ball down the floor for the
Rudisill
Raiders.
2 for 2 from the line.
Over to Windle, and a block by Robinson. Offensive rebound corralled by the Raiders, and that's Cherney. He's gonna draw the foul.
Yeah, foul's going to be on Josh's side, it looks like, on the reach. Love seeing T-Rob get up there. Ashland going back to that zone defense that was pretty effective in the first half.
Yeah, we saw a big block there by Robinson on the three-pointer. And
looks like, nope, that last foul was called on Devin O'Brien. So that's his third, something to look out for with 32 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Cherney's going to knock down the first free throw, extending DS's lead to 13. Cherney knocks down both, and that's going to make it 50-36. 32 seconds to go.
Shot clock turned off. The Clockers can play for last shot if they want to.
Syatt taking the ball down into the middle to Rossi. A big hustle on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Side great hustle play to stay with the possession there.
And it's going to be Raiders basketball.
Nope. Yep, possession will favor DS.
Yeah.
23 seconds to go now.
And Windle's going to take the ball down the floor now for the Raiders. Rossi playing tough defense on him. 2-3 zone up top. 10 seconds to go now in the quarter. Windle over to Fang into the corner. Cherney. And he's going to make Syatt fall. And the basket's no good. The basket does not count. And after three, Dover-Sherborn leads the Ashland Clockers 50-36.
Well, I mean, DS, both teams scored 26 in that first half. DS in the third quarter alone scored 24 to the Clockers 10. So an absolutely dominant showing from this Raiders team in the third quarter. Let me ask you this, Andrew. Do you want to stick with play-by-play, or do you want to go back to color for the fourth?
You know, I'm really feeling this play-by-play. I'm not going to lie. I think
I'm just going to say, when I was saying play-by-play, this game was tied. When you did it, DS went up by 14. I'm just saying.
All right, well, you know what?
But you're doing a great job, so I want you to stick with it.
Hey, I don't believe in superstitions now, Chase.
Oh, that's what's different between you and me.
I see. I think the Clockers are going to play themselves out of this hole. It's like Joe Mazzulla not calling the timeouts, making the Celtics play themselves out of the holes that they dig themselves. So
I'll take your word for that one.
I think the Celtics. I mean the Clockers. My bad. I got the Celtics on my mind. They're playing tonight at 7:30 against the Denver Nuggets.
Sixers game started a little while ago for those who are interested, other than me. Probably just me, but it's okay.
Yeah, we love all NBA teams around here,
okay.
But not Philly.
Yeah, so Clockers came back from a 10-point deficit after one half last night. I say 14 after three quarters isn't too bad. They got 8 minutes to make up a 14-point deficit. I'm looking forward to it, and the time starts now.
Here we go. Espino's going to take the ball at the key. Over to Feenstra. Feenstra with a little pass fake. Up top, that's Robinson. He's going to take it to the rack and
calling for a walk there.
They're going to call a travel.
Yep, DS got Robinson in the air while they had the hand, well, defense had its hand on the ball.
Bang, that's into the middle. That is Cherney. Over, and the ball movement continuing for the Raiders.
Staying on the perimeter. Saw a lot of backdoor cuts in the first half. Finally, there's one been a staple of the offense tonight. Cherney the bucket.
It's going to extend Dover-Sherborn to their 16-point lead. That's their largest lead tonight. Espino driving in the middle. O'Brien, he's going to take it to the corner. Feenstra, Rudisil. He's going to do a little hop step into the middle. Up top, that's a three. Espino's got it.
Big time bucket to cut the lead down to 13.
Espino drills his first three of the night. And the Clockers look to build a little bit of momentum here. That's going to be a three, and it's going to hit. It's going to hit nothing for Kiesling.
There's a pass to Rudisil. Really.
Rudisil loses it a little bit, finds Robinson, and it's not going to fall. Big rebound by Feenstra. O'Brien for three, going to front rim another rebound, and Espino gets it to fall.
Clockers getting away with some poor shooting, some slightly bad decision making there, but they come away with the bucket. Little 5-0 run to force the quick DS timeout.
In a minute 12 in, and we've got a 52-41 ball game now. Dover-Sherborn still in the lead. However, the Clockers looking good on the offensive glass and getting some nice putbacks. Chase, what do we think?
I'm loving the ball movement from the Clockers. There was a Rudisil pass to Robinson there that was a little forced. I mean, you could say that it was in the triple coverage, but Robinson came away with it, put up a shot, missed. Rebound went out to O'Brien. He missed, but the Clockers still got the offensive board, and Espino put it back in. So if they can keep getting possessions like that, I say it's no problem.
Really boxing out, getting the offensive boards. We saw it in the first quarter, and that's one of the big reasons the Clockers went up big. So if they can keep up this pressure, keep up this momentum, and hold on to possession for longer, I think we're going to have a good ending 6:48 here in Ashland.
Yeah, O'Brien's had a few open three attempts tonight. He's front-rimmed all of them. I say keep going. I think he realizes what his mistakes have been, and he's getting open looks, so I say keep taking them.
Yeah.
They're down 11. We've got 6:48 to go, so all the open threes you're going to want to take advantage. So DS going to have possession coming out of the break.
No substitutions here. Clocker's going to stick with the same lineup, but don't blame them. They go on a little quick run right here to start the fourth quarter, and this is going to be Wendell taking the ball down the floor, and we'll see what the Clockers can do on defense.
Yeah, DS making one of their own substitutions. Murchionda, at least. We saw him on the bench for that 5-0 run. Such a pivotal piece for this DS team in the first half. Now he's back on the court as DS collects the offensive board.
Wendell's going to have it back up top at the wing. That's over to Melchionda. Back over to Wendell. He's going to drive it himself. Melchionda for three, and it's going to go.
He heard me talking about him. That's what it was.
Melchionda really the big offensive factor here tonight for the Raiders. He's scoring a lot of their points, and that's Feenstra into the middle, and they're going to call a travel. Really good drive there and a good kick, but Feenstra just taking a walk.
Espino beat that first line of defense, made the great extra pass to find Feenstra. He just was trying to do too much at once, had two defenders jumping, put it up, but took 2 steps before he did any of that.
Mid-range is going to hit the front rim. Robinson's going to take it on the break.
Showing off the speed, but that passed way too far ahead.
He's going to pass it right to Wendell, and Wendell's going to take it down himself. 5:50 to go now in the fourth quarter. Corner three for number 25. It's good from Lynch. That's going to extend Dover-Sherborn to a 17-point lead just like that.
Gavin Lynch, one of the bench sharpshooters for this DS team. The Sam Hauser of the Raiders, if you will.
Wow, I like the Celtics reference from you, a Philly fan.
Arian Feenstra, his first field goal of the night, comes at a good time, cuts the lead down to 15 with under 5.5 to go in the game.
And Melchionda's going to take it now again. He's really controlling the ball on the offensive end for the Raiders. Wendell over into the corner. That's Cherney. And Clocker's going to try and make a stop, and it's going to go up, and Wendell's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, we've talked about everything but the bucket tonight. Clocker's doing everything except getting the steal on that previous possession. And Wendell picking up the loose ball ahead of 3 Clockers going for it. Forces his way to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Another foul on O'Brien, and we'll see if Wendell knocks these down.
Not the first one. Little group substitution for the Raiders. Looks like the starting 5 is back out there. We'll see if these are the closing lineups for both teams. Still 5 minutes to go, so plenty of time left in this one. Wendell misses both, but a good rebound there.
Right place at the right time, and a take, and Wendell's going to put it back up himself for 2, and he's going to get the 2 points. He missed off the free throws.
Yep.
Espino now looking down the floor. Robinson, an open 3. No good, off the back iron. Rebounded and collected by Melchionda. He's going to look down floor.
Dummer. Nope, that's
that is
Wendell,
Wendell again.
Now to Dummer. There it is. Similar hair.
Dummer. Over into the middle. Melchionda's going to put it up and in for 2.
They keep finding that bounce pass to a teammate in the paint.
Dover-Sherborn extending to their largest lead of the night of 19, 62-43. Espino with the ball at the key now. Going to drive into the lane. Kicks it out for Robinson. Robinson driving, puts it up with the left on the right side. It's no good. Rebounded by Melchionda down the floor.
They forced Robinson weak side. He missed the layup off glass.
Wendell collects it up top. That's into the corner now. Dummer. Dummer back to Wendell. He's going to move with it up top. Over to Melchionda. Over to Wendell. Wendell kicks it into the corner.
You obscured a little bit here.
And that's going to be Fang for 3, and it's not going to go.
Thought his foot might have been on the line. That was a 3-point attempt. No good.
Collected by Feenstra and the Clockers. Down to Rudisil now on the wing on the offensive end. Rudisil's going to get it back from O'Brien. Driving into the middle. Out to Espino. Espino over to O'Brien. Back to Rudisil at the key. Looking to make a move. To Feenstra. Jump step. Rudisil for 3. Front rim. Rebounded by O'Brien. Espino puts it up and in for 2.
Immediate timeout by Coach Norman. The lead for the Raiders is up to 17. 62-45 is your score with 3.5 to go.
And we're kind of seeing a little bit of stagnant offense by both teams right here. It's like one team makes a shot, and then the other team makes a shot, and then one team misses and the other team misses. They're really just going back and forth with the makes and misses here. And
I hate to disagree with you, Andrew, but to me the Raiders' offense doesn't look stagnant at all. They seem to have found a play to beat this Ashland zone defense, or really whatever defense the Clockers are throwing out there, and it has been working over and over for them. They just keep getting good looks at the rim or behind the arc, and they keep going in.
Well, in the past few minutes, I meant Chase. Obviously, Dover-Sherborn's really outplaying the Clockers on the offensive end right now, getting a lot of good looks. However, the Clockers in the past 2 minutes since the last time out are keeping it up with them a little bit. So we'll see what these last 3:30 have here to go in the third quarter as Dover-Sherborn leads the Ashland Clockers 62-45.
Nice call.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too kind.
That was a good one.
Thanks. Yeah. And it's going to be Raiders ball coming in.
Yeah, looks like Clockers are going to be running an immediate press. Haven't seen them do this too much tonight.
Definitely not. And it's going to be Melchionda passing it in on the baseline. Over to Wendell. Across the Fang, he's going to take it over himself.
It's pretty easy. Nope,
and
spoke
Clockers,
too soon.
Oh, and they look to force a turnover. Can't. And that's going to get it to Kiesling in the middle. I
think I might need to start coining the phrase everything but the steal, because Clockers at it once again.
Everything but the steal indeed there, Chase. And a good hop step, and they're going to call Robinson for the travel.
Saw him get side for that a couple times last night as well. Refs very quick with the whistle there. Obvious travel on Robinson.
Yeah, they don't like the hop steps here.
Oh, it's like my dad. Good reach by Feenstra. Rudisil was coming with a steal now.
And they're going to call it over and back. Good defense there by the Clockers on the press.
Okay, press looking to be successful so far. We're 30 seconds down. Still 3 minutes to go, however.
Rudisil now with the ball on the wing. He's going to do a little step back over to Espino now at the key. Espino drives into the lane. Can't find anyone. He finds a cutting Feenstra. Looks into the corner to O'Brien. Back up to Espino. 15 on the shot clock now. Espino with a tough take, and it's not going to go. Rebounded by Kiesling. And the Raiders are going to slow it down a bit now. Melchionda is going to take the ball down the floor. No press that we're seeing from the Clockers off the miss. Over to Wendell into the corner. That's Dummer. Dummer back to Wendell on the wing. Covered by Espino. Clockers back to a man defense. Over to Wendell now. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to take it himself. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by O'Brien. Down the floor to Feenstra. Feenstra.
Nice pass.
And it's going to be deflected by a Raiders defender.
Yeah, Kiesling saw it coming. Kiesling knows his strengths, not trying to dribble too much there. Gets it to a guard.
2 minutes now to go. Melchiana's got the ball at the key. And into the corner now, that's Dummer. And stolen by Espino.
Little fast break attempt.
He's going to draw the foul and go to the line and shoot two.
That seemed a little unnecessary to me.
Yeah.
Let him take the. You're up by 19. Okay.
Hey.
Glad everybody's okay. It's going to be a mass substitution for the Clockers here.
Here we go. We're going to see
Norman emptying out his bench.
Going to see some new names tonight here for the Clockers.
It's going to be a full 5-man substitution. Only player who's been in so far out of those 5 coming in is Braden Pelletier, and we saw him in for 3 seconds at the end of the first half.
Yeah, a little good defensive presence, and Espino's going to knock down the first free throw, and we're going to see Sandeep Reddy, Braden Pelletier, Adam Rosoff, and Daniel Schwartz check into the game as the Clockers starters are going to check out. And Espino waiting on the free throw now as Ronan Katsandra will check in for him.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say his name.
It was pretty good.
I trust you saying it more than me.
Yeah, and Espino's going to knock down the second.
2 for 2.
And Katsandra will sub out Espino, and that'll be it for the Clockers starters tonight. Pelletier now playing good defense on the baseline. And the Clocker bench looking good on the break, bringing the energy on the press break. And Fang's got it now at the key. Wendell's got it.
DS content to just pass this
over
ball
to
around.
Allen. And 15 seconds now on the shot clock. And Melchionda now, he's going to drive past Rosoff and put it up and in for 2. Katsandra will take the ball down the floor for the Clockers. Down to Pelletier, and back to Katsandra on the wing. Reddy posting up in the middle. Schwartz over to Rosoff. Rosoff, dribble drive, down the baseline. Schwartz a corner 3. Front rim. Pelletier with the offensive board. In the middle to Reddy. Not going to work.
He tried to get it to Reddy. Not quite.
And he's going to bring it back out. Rosoff, number 32, going to get the foul. Really, really dirty play there by Rosoff. I'm not liking that one from him.
Wendell thought about the fast break layup, decided against it, going to reset the shot clock. So 42 seconds on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock.
7 seconds splitting them, Chase.
Good math.
Yeah, thank you. I am pretty good at that, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Very fast.
Yeah, Schwartz playing good defense here, and he's going to switch on to up top. Pelletier playing well, and it looks like the Raiders are just going to shut down the shot clock. Pelletier still playing with adversity. Love to see it from him.
Yeah, can't quite run
and
the
a
shot
steal
clock.
by Rosoff.
Coming right here.
Right in front of us. What a steal by Rosoff.
3-on-1.
Reddy, he's going to take it in himself. Layup's no good.
Well, fans were excited for that one. Sandeep unable to complete the play.
Love to see the defense from Adam Rosoff there towards the end.
Raiders will now hold on to the ball. So 66-47, your final. DS will take this one here at Ashland High School. Not at a 26 after 1. Unfortunately, Raiders able to pull away in that second half. So any final thoughts, Andrew?
I think Clockers really showed out well in the first half, but the Raiders really outplayed in the second half. You hate to see it from the Clockers, but you know, coming off a back-to-back, really tough game last night, and it's tough to keep that energy up, but it's okay.
Yeah,
we're
just tired.
Yeah, exactly. They had a tough one last night, and Clockers couldn't get it done tonight, but saw a lot of tough battling by both teams. Yeah, Chase, any parting words for you?
Well, not the result that we were looking for, but definitely some good performances from these Clocker players. And we'll see you next time. For my partner, Andrew Clay, I'm Chase Abrams saying good night and go Clockers.